Now we talk about Chinese and Chinese water shoe. Now we showed the Leonardo da Vinci Chinese water shoe. Now we're going to show a Chinese water shoe. You can call this a catamaran. Two floating bodies with some kind of structure across it, and you stand on this plate. It's the top view, it's the front view. Two floating bodies with a structure across it. Same thing, floating body with a structure across it. Now, this is for all the hard information, dates, times, and all this. This comes out of a book. You buy my book, and we got all the details of, the books this stuff come out of and all that. And the same thing with all the rest of this material that we're saying. We got all the books and background and all this stuff that support that. If you want that. The bucket. Early on, a farmer. He's not going anywhere. It's a farmer out in the field, but it's getting cold, and he's standing in cold water for long periods of time. They come up with the bucket, called a bucket shoe. It's a bucket. Now this one is a little bit more standard, a round bucket. This is a little more sophisticated. It's a little more sophisticated. Now, if you get out in open water, these things float a little bit. The small round one don't float that well, but as you get into a big oblong, it floats a lot better. So depending on how you want to, see a good example right there. It started out round, then as time go on, a little more sophisticated, just like the sampan, just like the catamaran. First, the little bamboo sticks, then over a period of time become more sophisticated. I mean, I'm just rambling on here, but now all the details, you buy my book, and all the details and all that is in the book, and the reference materials and the reference materials on top of the reference materials and all that. If you're a history buff, you can buy the book and the reference materials in there, and you could, so I'm just not saying a lot of stuff to say a lot of stuff, but we do have the reference materials, and you can look up a lot of this stuff on the internet. Classical example of a Japanese fisherman in the middle of the winter. He's out on the ice pack. He's got his spear, and he's got his regular snowshoes with leather covering them. Then he sticks straw in, so now it's buoyant.